Alright, so today we got some data mine information courtesy of Hiken with the new resurrection batch. In this case, Yoruichi, Shunsui, and also JUSHIRO are all receiving their resurrections, and they should be officially getting announced on the 26th, releasing on the 27th. And we're about to check out their resurrection today to see if they are good ones, bad ones, or at the very least, hopefully some good skills. And that's what I'm really hoping for with this batch, as well as the next upcoming batches. Around this time, like mid-2019, late 2019, there was a lot of bad characters coming out. This was like the reverse power creep era. But we also did get a lot of really good soul traits, and that's why I'm hoping, especially in this particular batch, we get some good soul traits. Because from my knowledge, Yoruichi is a 40% recharge, JUSHIRO is a 25% full stamina, and I think Shunsui is just a normal recharge link. And you know what I say, right? When it comes to the good links, the already enhanced links, like 14% recharge, 25% full stamina, those are the soul traits you don't mess up. Make them the perfect ones they can be, and that's what we're hoping for this video. But I would say I'm very happy to see this batch get resurrected, especially because it's our second batch this month. So if you have owned the character that resurrected 2 weeks ago, and then these 3 resurrected characters, that's upwards to 450 orbs this month. We're back to our normal resurrection schedule where we're getting 2 resurrection batches a month, and I think that's really good, especially for premium banners like this. So with that said, let's have a look here. First up, let's start off with Shunsui, right? Let's get the boring one out of the way. I have no idea if he's going to be a good character here. He actually has potential, actually. And I say that because he is a strong attack damage soul trait. I wouldn't mind him picking up 20% more strong attack damage at full stamina, 16% more, maybe 16% more damage at full stamina. We don't have many links like that in the technique attribute, and I wouldn't mind it all too much. At the same time, though, I wouldn't mind if they don't do that, because full stamina sad links were actually really good in Epic Raid, Senkomon, and of course also the hard difficulty of Guild Quest, and they're still valuable in Senkomon and Epic Raids, for example, but I have plenty of those links already. And as of right now, we're also shifting in a recharge and full stam meta, or recharge and damage meta, more so for the very hard Guild Quest. So if he picks up recharge here, I wouldn't even mind that. It'd be a pretty good soul trait. So for the soul trait aspect, full stamina, strong attack damage, recharge is basically all you can get here. That's actually going to be good. Anything else is going to be bad, because you never ever use strong attack damage and last dish survival. Strong attack damage and stam recovery. You just don't use those links. So I think for his case, more strong attack damage or recharge will be the best case scenario. As for his skills, he has a Bruiser, Debilitator, Devastation, Frenzy, Sprinter, and also Weakened Duration. And in this case, he will be picking up 2 new skills, most likely going to pick up 20% Berserker or 20% full stamina. And as for the second skill, you know, it would be nice for him to pick up Havoc. It won't make that much of a difference for this character. He might get damage to lacerated enemies, which also wouldn't be that bad because it's a 40% damage increase. Maybe an increased chance to inflict status augments, maybe weaken defense. There's a few things they can do here. Let's check it out. All right, then, so here we go. As for his soul trait, what is he picking up? He got Drain Duration. What are we doing here, lads? What are we doing here with Drain Duration, bro? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I mean, if there's one character to shaft the Drain Duration, it's this character right here. I'm glad we started off with him, right? That is absolutely terrible. That is super unfortunate. And it's kind of sad too, because we don't have much strong attack damage soul traits coming up when it comes to resurrections. This was also around the time where every character just started to get recharge on normal attack damage and damage reduction, essentially. Strong attack damage as a soul trait is kind of rare, so it's sad to see a character get this. Because again, if it was recharge and drain, you could use that, but you're not going to. Strong attack damage and drain? Nah, that is terrible. And I've been saying it for a while. I like me some status element duration soul traits. But drain has no usage. You never get inflicted by drain. The only time that happens is basically in arena and break battles, and you're not going to use this character or soul trait in those particular game modes. So that is actually really unfortunate. As for his skills, though, we actually got some pretty good skills here. 30% more damage to lacerated enemies. I thought that would have been 40%, but I think 30% isn't too bad. And he also did get the recharge. I actually forgot that he doesn't have recharge built in. So at the very least for the character, he got the recharge, which would have been the soul trait. The damage to lacerated enemies is nice. And as far as, you know, other resurrectable characters go, in terms of strong attack damage, he is in line with other characters, 20% Berserker essentially. But I still think that second soul trait could have been a tad bit better. Maybe more strong attack damage. Overall, take his Berserker value to 40%. That would have been somewhat decent, right? Drain Duration and strong attack damage is a very bad soul trait. As for the character, he got 2 new skills. Good skills at that. Doesn't make much of a difference. The main thing we were looking at here was the soul trait. And unfortunately, he didn't even get a good one. for the most part, 75 additional orbs if you do own this character. Next up, let's have a look at JUSHIRO. So again, these are the characters you do not want to mess up, Caleb, because they already have enhanced soul traits. In this case, 25% more damage at full stamina. 2 weeks ago, we saw Toshiro had the exact same soul trait for the heart attribute, and he picked up 10% recharge. It's a very good soul trait, it's worth using, and we're hoping here, in this case, the same thing can follow suit. JUSHIRO needs 10% recharge. If they want to give him strong attack damage, I'm fine with it, but preferably, I want strong attack recharge, right? So that's what we're hoping there for the soul trait. As for the skills, he barely has anything here. Bruiser, Devastation, Frenzy, Medic, and also Sprinter +1. In this case, he's actually going to pick up 3 new skills, and I'm not sure exactly what he can pick up here. Again, as always, Havoc would be nice. He's most likely going to get a 20% Berserker, could get weakened defense, could potentially get full up, because that's what Killer like to do sometimes. Maybe more damage to enemies not afflicted by an element would be pretty cool for this character. If he doesn't get recharge as a soul trait, I would like for him to pick up recharge as a skill. But there's a lot of possibilities here, and I'm looking forward to his resurrection, so let's see what he does get. All right then, so moment of truth. What soul trait is he going to get? Is it going to be a good one? Is it going to be a bad one? Is he going to be one of the best things in the game? Let's find out. He got 10% strong attack recharge. You'll love to see it. They didn't mess up a very good link. I have this character max transcended, or most of I have him 5-5. I've had him 5-5 for a very long time, so I'm very happy about that. That is a really good soul trait for the power attribute. Definitely will be using that. And as for the skills, he got 20% stam recovery, he picked up the 20% berserker, and he also got healer. So I guess as a character that wants to be at full stamina, a team healer, that kind of makes sense, right? His damage output is a tad bit high compared to other resurrectable characters, since he basically has 20% full stamina, 20% berserker. The 20% stam recovery does keep him at full stamina, which is pretty nice. And alongside that, his SA2 is the heal attack, so it's nice that I guess he heals a tad bit more with the healer skill. But in my opinion, the healer skill isn't really all that. Doesn't make that much of a difference to begin with. As a character, he definitely got better. Nothing super crazy. And to be honest, I didn't really care how good or bad this character was. I just wanted him to have a good soul trait, and he got exactly that. Definitely will be resurrecting him, of course, but I definitely will be using that character as a soul trait. Alright then, a moment of truth. I have been saving this character the last. I've been looking forward to resurrection, not only as a Yoruichi fan, but at the same time, again, once more, some really good potential here, since she is a strong attack recharge time minus 14% soul trait. Once more, very similar to JUSHIRO, this is one character you do not want to mess up when it comes to the soul trait. So we're hoping here for either full stamina damage, strong attack damage, or 20% strong attack damage when at full stamina. Any of those 3? We're chilling. We're happy. At the same time, the character has some potential here to get some good skills, since she only does have 5 skills here. Frenzy +1, Sprinter, Enhancer, Devastation, Bruiser. She could potentially pick up 20% more damage at full stamina, 20% berserker. Either of those would be good here, especially with the soul trait that she could potentially pick up. Since she is a team booster, picking up the booster skill wouldn't be too bad, right? Of course, Havoc would also be really cool in a character like this. Damage to enemies not afflicted by an element would also be pretty cool here. At the same time, if they give her long stride, that would also be kind of funny, because for those that don't know, Swimsuit Yoruichi is the only character in the game to have double long stride. If you give her long stride as a bonus ability before resurrecting her, she picks up long stride when you resurrect her, and she actually has longer flash step distance compared to any other character in the game, because she's the only character in the game to have double long stride, and it would be cool to see the same thing happen with this Yoruichi. So let's check it out, shall we? What soul trait is she gonna get? Hopefully it's a good one, please. Okay. That's not... It's not bad. It's not bad, but like, it's very situational. It's very situational. Essentially, what this tells me is that this is a soul trait you put on 1000-year Blood War round 16 Ichigo, right? And basically no one else. So it's not bad, but it's definitely the worst case scenario for a good soul trait, if that makes sense. Again, I would have preferred strong attack damage. I would have preferred full stamina damage. This is only good for characters that don't want to inflict stat elements, and in the heart attribute, that's basically only round 16 Ichigo, which, to be fair, is still one of the best characters in the game. It's still a good soul trait, but this one is a niche soul trait. Again, I don't mind soul traits like this, but 14% recharge, I would have preferred if this made it perfect. Strong attack damage would have been fine. I still use round 16 Ichigo, and if we ever get any more characters in the future that is heart character, that is very similar to Ichigo in the sense that they don't want to do damage to enemies not afflicted with ailment, that's actually not too bad. At the same time, I just remembered it. You know what? I'm fine with this soul trait. Swimsuit Rangiku also exists, and that's going to be a really good soul trait for her. And personally, I actively use Rangiku Inheritance Trials, so you know what? I'm fine with this soul trait. I can definitely get a use out of it, but once more, I would have preferred if it was strong attack damage, since at that point, any heart character could use it. As for the skills, what does she get? She got the long stride, she got damage inflicted at full stamina, and she also got berserker. So in terms of a damage increase, lads, she got a quite noticeable one, to be fair. I mean, in this way, she got 3 damage buffs. 20% Berserker, 20% more damage at full stamina, and then also 16% more damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. I kind of like that. That's 3 damage increases for one character with a resurrection. That's rare to see. And alongside that, she did get the long stride, so she is another character in the game, the second character, the second Yoruichi to have double long stride if you give her long stride before you do decide to resurrect her. Because once you do resurrect her, and she already has the long stride skill, you can't give her long stride because she already has it. But if you give it to her before you resurrect her, then she has double long stride. So I definitely will be doing that. I'm actually quite happy with this resurrection. Again, I would have preferred if the soul trait was a tad bit different, but I can definitely get a use out of this since I am kind of forced to use Swimsuit Rangiku to farm inheritance jars. So overall, I'd say I'm satisfied with this resurrection batch. Shunsui unfortunately got the short end of the stick. It's not been a good couple years for Shunsui fans. He's yet to get a new character in like 2 years, and then his resurrection, unfortunately, is the worst of the batch here. JUSHIRO, really happy with his. He got the soul trait that I wanted. As for the character, could really care less. And then Yoruichi, while the soul trait wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, it's still a good soul trait, definitely a usable one. And at the same time, the character itself also got a tad bit better, which I actually don't mind. I am a Yoruichi fan. I definitely will be trying her out when she does resurrect. At the same time, though, I'm just happy that we're continuing on with the 2-week schedule for resurrections. This overall increases our orb income if you do own the characters. It's an extra 200 orbs a month. And at the same time, it also means we're getting through characters' resurrections a lot faster, so we can get to some of the more cooler looking resurrections. And for those that are wondering, because I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this banner, Koga will be getting resurrected sometime next month, potentially. We have to wait and see how they do play it out. But that is the next premium banner to get resurrected. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this banner, myself included. Koga is a great character. And at the same time, it's another banner with enhanced soul traits, right? Koga, 14% recharge. Give him full stamina or strong attack damage, we're happy. Ginrei is a 20% dialing. Give him no attack damage, we're happy. But Yakuya, don't really have much hope for him. But keep in mind, since it is almost Christmas season, we're likely to get this banner resurrected in 2 weeks' time. Nanao, Nelio, and also Soifon. And once more, another enhanced soul trait. Nelio is a 14% recharge, so we have once more potential really good soul traits coming our way, basically over the next couple months. But with that said, lads, that was the video for today, going over the new resurrections. Again, shout out to Hiken for this early information. They should be getting announced in-game on the 26th and released on the 27th. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you like to see these characters' resurrections in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.